Ever wish you could just wave your hand and control your computer? You know, like something straight out of a sci-fi movie? Well, it sounds like fantasy, but we're going to look at some amazing tech today that makes this stuff real. And believe me, it's way more accessible than you'd ever guess.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about why we even need touchless tech. Then we'll introduce motion input, of course, and dig into how it actually works. After that, we'll check out what it can do beyond just replacing your mouse. And finally, we'll look at what this all means for a hands-free future.
All right, so let's set the scene a little bit. We've had keyboards and mice for, well, forever, right? And they work just fine. Or do they? Turns out, for a whole lot of people and in a lot of situations, that's not really the case anymore.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. Imagine you're designing something, giving a big presentation, or deep into your favorite game, all without being physically tied to your desk. What kind of new possibilities would that open up?
You know, this whole idea went from a, hey, that's kind of cool, to something really urgent, almost overnight. The pandemic made every single one of us hyper-aware of every surface we touched. All of a sudden, touchless technology wasn't just about convenience. It became about safety, especially in places like hospitals or public touchscreens.
And that brings us to the hero of our story today. So let's meet MotionInput, a really brilliant piece of software designed to tackle this exact challenge.
And look, this isn't just some random app somebody cooked up in their garage. MotionInput comes straight from the brilliant minds at University College London, UCL, which is an absolute powerhouse for research, so you know it's built on some seriously solid science.
So what is it exactly? Well, put simply, MotionInput is a program that uses a totally normal webcam to watch your movements, your hands, your head, whatever, and it translates them into commands your computer already gets, like clicking a mouse or pressing a key.
And here's the absolute kicker, the thing that makes it so cool, it's made for everybody. You don't need some $1,000 camera or special sensors. It works with the webcam that's probably already built into your laptop. And it does everything right there on your machine, so your data stays private.
Okay, so let's pop the hood and see how this magic trick actually works. How does a simple webcam turn into this super powerful controller? Well, it's a really fascinating blend of computer vision and AI.
Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a universal translator. It sees the language your body is speaking, a little wave, a pinch, even a wink, and it translates all of that into the language the computer speaks. You know, click, scroll, type. Let's break it down really simply. So first, your webcam sends its video feed to an AI. This AI uses a powerful tool called MediaPipe Hands, and its whole job is to find all the key points on your hand, your knuckles, your fingertips, everything. Once the AI knows exactly what your hand is doing, it just maps that specific gesture to a command.
And the best part is, the controls are designed to feel totally natural. You don't have to learn some weird, complicated system. For instance, to do a mouse click, you just pinch your index finger and thumb together. It feels like you're actually picking something up.
I mean, this is a huge leap forward. Before this, things like head tracking, especially for accessibility, usually meant you had to wear these clunky sensors on your head. MotionInput just gets rid of all that. It's true freedom from extra gear.
And get this, it's not just about your hands. The system is so flexible, it can even track your facial gestures. That's right, you could set it so a simple wink becomes your new double click or triggers a special move in a game. The possibilities are just massive.
Okay, so we know the tech is smart, we know it's accessible, but what can you actually do with it? This is where it starts to get really cool, as we move from the theory into the real world.
To show off just how versatile this thing is, the developers really focused on 3 big areas: creative software, like for art and design, practical stuff for the office or sterile environments like clinics, and, yep, you guessed it, gaming.
Now, let's zero in on that last one, because it's a huge piece of the puzzle here. The official paper says its job is to map gestures for existing applications and games. This wasn't just some afterthought. Making it great for gaming was a core goal from day one.
Just picture it, leaning your whole body to steer a race car, literally pointing your finger to aim your weapon, or making a quick gesture to cast a spell. This isn't just a new type of controller, it's a whole new level of immersion. It completely breaks down the barrier between you and the game world.
All right, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. What does a technology like MotionInput tell us about where we're all headed? Because it's about way more than just convenience.
This right here is the single most important thing to take away. For years, gesture control was this high-end, niche tech that cost a fortune.
Motion Input just shatters that barrier. By making it work with hardware we all already own, it's truly democratizing touchless control, making it available for art, for work, for accessibility, and for play. And that just leaves us with this awesome, mind-bending question. We are barely scratching the surface of what's possible when our devices can actually see and understand us. As this tech becomes common, what incredible new ways of creating, communicating, and playing are we going to invent? The future, it seems, is quite literally in our hands.